Hi there, I'm Lulu Winfield, and if you're watching this clip, it's because I hope you're interested in coming to join me for some continued education, learning about teaching safe and effective yoga to pregnant students. I've been working with pregnant women and mothers for over 20 years, originally as a founder member of Doula UK, way back in 2001. And in that capacity, I've attended hundreds of births over the years and mentored doulas. I also took one of the first waves of hypnobirthing trainings to come over here from the US in 2004. And my own training as a pregnancy yoga teacher and childbirth educator was in the early 2000s with the seminal John Stirk and her organisation Yoga Birth. That was a 300-hour training that took over 18 months to complete and is accredited by the Royal College of Midwives. So that's a really great gold standard accreditation that very few other courses can claim to have. We know this is safe and effective yoga, and I really can't wait to share that with you. I've been here at the Power Yoga Company since it opened in 2007, and since then really cultivated a very thriving pre and postnatal yoga department. And I'm going to share lots of the secrets of that success with you on our course. The training begins at the end of October, runs over 3 long weekends, and you'll have a final assessment day, a teaching assessment, on December the 10th. I hope that once you've completed the course, you'll then leave feeling really fired up, enthusiastic, confident, and with a real appetite to start creating your own beautiful practice for pregnant people, as well as safely incorporating pregnant women into your general classes. The course that we're running here is a 50-hour course accredited by Yoga Alliance professionals. 36 of those hours are contact with myself, also with guest tutorial from a specialist women's health physio and a midwife. And then you'll also have a written assignment, some coursework, some reading to do for your coursework, and sitting in class observations with me. You can start sitting in with me as soon as you sign up for our training, unlimited observations available to you and continued mentoring, and you can sit in with me online or in person. So reach out to us with your questions. You can find me at Lulu Winfield on Instagram. Otherwise, head over to thepoweryogaco.com. Have a look at their academy pages where you'll find all the details of our course and how to sign up. I really can't wait to share this beautiful work with you. Go well. Hi, so I've got lovely Mama Dagger here with me today. Come and say hi, Dagger. How old is your baby?
Hello. It's 39 weeks.
39 weeks. So pregnancy is divided into 3 trimesters. Dagger is almost at the end of her last trimester. Excited to meet baby?
So excited.
Great. So Dagger's going to show us how we can work with some props in a pigeon pose right up at this stage at 39 weeks. She already had quite a developed practice before her pregnancy, so Dagger's very comfortable in her body and she's not dealing with any pelvic girdle related pain, so she can comfortably still practice pigeon pose. Dagger, why don't you come onto hands and knees for us? Come onto all fours. I'm going to grab you some props. So props that I would use at this stage would be a bolster, or 2 sometimes, although Dagger doesn't need to, and certainly a brick or a block and a lovely blanket that we can roll up to give some support beneath her straight leg so as not to squash baby. So Dagger, if you're comfortable here, what I'd love you to do, you can just take a little tuck and tilt of your pelvis, a little cat-cow for a moment. Just see that beautiful movement of your spine. Gorgeous. So just really freeing up any stiff muscles around the sacrum here. And Dagger's just had a massage, so she's feeling pretty good today. And then just grounding down through the hands. We'll think about coming into a simple version of pigeon first. So if you take your right knee towards your right hand and just help that foot in front of your left knee, we're going to slide the back leg out and prop. See, she only needs one brick today. Bring your arms and your head down. We can take the chest onto the bolster if you like. What's really helpful here in this 3rd trimester is to support the long legs. So I'm going to roll this blanket up and pop it underneath her thigh. And that just gives baby a little bit more space. How does that feel?
Very good.
And actually what I might be inclined to do here, stay there for another couple of breaths, is to add a little bit more lift under the sit bone. So just beneath your right buttock, I'm going to put another blanket here, Dagger, just so that you're feeling nicely supported here. Great. And then just softening, breathing into it, letting gravity do the work. So that rather than pulling back from the ground, we can just begin to really breathe out, feel that downward pull of gravity. Let the pose do the work for you. Trust that the ground is holding you, and begin to get a really lovely stretch across the lower back, into the glutes, and gently opening the hips. Thank you. And then gently coming back to hands and knees from here. I'm going to move the props away. Bring yourself to all fours, Dagger. Thank you. Come and take some gentle hip circles. Lovely, that looks so nice. I can imagine baby really enjoying that movement right now. And we move a lot like this in class in preparation for labour, when movement really dissipates sensations of pain and pressure, forward-leaning poses, taking some of the pressure of baby off this nerve-rich area. It's cordis equus, the horse's tail around the sacrum. So now we're going to come into a soft downward facing dog. Dagger's very happy to do that. Other people would just work from hands and knees. And we're not going to stay there for too long, but just maybe pedaling the legs out a little. And then raising that left leg in a way that I know you're comfortable doing, and beginning to take the arms forward, stacking the arms, bending that left knee towards your left hand, sliding the back leg out. So as you can see, again, we're going to prop this front thigh, just give a little bit of lift there, as well as supporting the sit bone of the folded leg. So Dagger feels nicely supported, enabling her and her baby to settle. Gorgeous. And just feeling the piriformis muscle beginning to release after a good few breaths here. So I can hear Dagger's working with her soft Ujjayi breath, that lovely long exhalation, the key to releasing and emptying of tension, and a feeling again of this downward pull of gravity drawing the weight of the body towards the earth, so the pose can do the work for her. She doesn't need to react. She can actually receive, breathing out and letting go. Wonderful. Okay, let's take you back to hands and knees. Thank you so much. So lifting up and away from the ground. Let's move these props. Just coming back to your simple all fours pose. And take a couple of hip circles, and then perhaps what we might do now, Dagger, as we probably would in class, would be to take your big toes together, take your knees wide, and we'll just bring you into mother and child pose. Have a prop for your head and be comfy. And just taking a moment to come into this beautiful soft sanctuary of rest, feeling safe, settled, resting with baby, breathing in for baby, breathing out for mummy, in the same way that Dagger will soon be resting in between those waves of birth. Quiet, simple, safe, familiar rest. We're going to get Dagger to sit up and just have a look at one more option for people who might like to practice Pigeon, but perhaps have some pelvic girdle related pain or some instability in the joints. So Dagger, if you're happy to turn and face forwards and just come into Sakhasana or easy pose, great. So I'm going to just place, I think I'm going to give you 2 bolsters. And it's just going to come into a very lovely, simple forward bend here. Bringing the hands to the props, keeping those shoulders beautifully soft. And what I can see already is this wonderful opening across the back of the waist, around those sacroiliac joints. And we could also prop the knees. So I'll take a brick under each knee. You can see those behind the bolsters, but there's a brick under each of her knees. So there's no pulling into the joints or the ligaments, no hanging, no pulling, but a lovely release and a lovely opening. Wonderful. Thank you, Dagger.